it, which the judge was like, man, okay, what? Like, the judge didn't want to hear. They're trying to figure it out. Why do you need more information? Then the judge jumps back in. The judge says, Miss Manillo, that's her name's like Joanna Manillo. That's the lawyer that was in front. We are severely concerned because after reading the deposition and I read through the transcript, shout out to that judge. He said, we are concerned that the questions and the path of questioning that you went down doesn't seem related to your current case in Florida. You're asking about people who are not even alleged or mentioned. Who are those people? Drake, Nicki Minaj. Why are these relevant things? This is where Rock Nation lawyers. By the way, I'm in the hearing. This is the last time I court, not today. Today was the 45 minutes. They got so humbled, they couldn't really action today. So I'm just sitting there while they were like, yo, there was a point that they were like, yo, like, I think Milagro lawyer was like, yo, I can't see the exhibits. They were like, oh, could you share your screen? Remember I told you when they tried to share the screen, they showed the chat. And she was like, we're just going to email you. We're not going to share our screen because of obvious reasons. I'm like, y'all look like y'all know how to share the screens over there. Y'all gonna share the chat. But anyway. So, I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay. So the judge says to them, could you explain to us, or explain to me, because apparently this again, I would have never had to do this, but the magistrate, he's a magistrate judge. His name is Brendan. He took an expedited hearing for Meg Thee Stallion because their trial, so Milagro versus Meg Thee Stallion, that trial is starting in November. So they claimed I had the most important information. Like I had it. So the judge actually said, hey, academics, usually these matters could be dealt with in 30 days. Because at first I was like, I might get bored. And then the guys, and then the judge said, this is going to be their trial starts in November. We got to do it now. Right? So the judge is asking Rock Nation's lawyers, why do you need this? Why do you need academics for more information? And then he asked, I read through the deposition that he did for 7 hours. I'm concerned. Why are you asking about Drake and Nicki? These are people who aren't party to this. This is the bullshit answer. And y'all pull the transcripts. We were on the record, so I think there should be, it should be in the transcripts. Because we were on the record. They said in court then, Your Honor, well, we have more details that we're unwilling to reveal right now, but we're going to present it in court. But we believe that the defendant, they're talking about Milagro, through other means and with other people, they basically were trying to describe a recall. They said that she was getting paid through other means and other peoples to say certain things that was defamatory to our client, and that other people used her as a mouthpiece and blah, 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 blah. And the judge said, do you have anything that could substantiate that shit right now? And they said, Judge, well, certain things we plan to reveal in trial, but we have a few things. And the judge is sitting there like, Yo, Rock Nation, y'all got a lot of money, but y'all can't buy a good judge. Y'all can't buy it. I'm going to keep it. Y'all can't buy it. Because he sat there and he said, so the judge then says to me, Okay, so I read through the brief. By the way, it was like 1,000 pages. Because it had the 7 hour, everything was in transcripts. And it was like 1,000 pages, the shit that the judge had to read. And I ain't gonna lie, he was on point. I'm gonna tell you, he called on me afterwards. He said, well, I read through it. From what you guys have said in your motion to compel, he sat through 7 hours. He's not a party to this case. He's not a party to the case at all. He sat through 7 hours. Are you saying, what did he not answer? And they couldn't bring up he put it on social media. Because in their thing, they were saying, he took it as a joke. He was clowning us. The judge don't care about that. He's under oath. If he lies, that's a lie. I don't lie. I ain't lie. I know I'm on oath. But y'all getting embarrassed by me online. That got nothing to do with nothing. So the judge deals with facts. So the judge says, from what I read, y'all are claiming he ain't answered one question. They said, yes, Your Honor, that's what it is. They said, so why do you need 3 hours more? They were asking for 3 hours more. You did 7 hours with the nigga. You claim he didn't answer one question. Why do you need 3 hours more to ask him about one question? Well, Judge, we have some follow-up. And by the way, they definitely capped about this. Look on the record. They said, we've gotten some new information that suggests that academics got paid. And I was like, huh? By the way, today I'm sitting in the deposition. Never go. All they asked me was the same question. Do you remember who told you the information about the DNA? I was in there thinking. I was thinking. I don't recall. I recall, Chad. I recall, Chad. I recall. So for 45, so basically the judge told him, I'm not giving you the 3 hours. And the judge told him, I'm concerned that his deposition is going into another realm that is nothing material to your case. And you can't tell me, because you're saying, there's stuff we didn't reveal yet. You can't tell me anything that tangibly would tell me that he should answer more questions other than the one you claim he did. So I'm not going to give you 3 extra hours to talk to him. I'll give you, he was about to give him 30, but he said 45. I'm going to tell you why he even gave him that. And the judge, I want to say one of the fairest judges that I fuck with. He said to me, he said, hey, academics, just stand up. I stand up, I'm talking. He said, there's 2 issues here. When you said, in New Jersey we have, and there's a recognized shield law, which means if you are a journalist or you operate in journalism and you have a source, they can't force you to give up your source. That's the thing. They said when they ask you who gave you the DNA info about the Tory shit, when you tweeted it, you said because of the nature of the business you were in, you wouldn't give it up. Which means you are invoking the privilege that exists under that law. Rock Nation's lawyers, buddy. Hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all. Like, yo, hold on, man. Hey y'all, hey y'all. Alright, go ahead. Alright, hold on, give us a second. They're like, yo, well, we asked him in the deposition, we asked him if he's a journalist. He's saying what he wanna be. He's saying like, yo, he's thugging it. All these things I definitely didn't say, Chad. So they're like, it's not all the way consistent with him doing journalistic things. When he wants to, he's a streamer When he wants to, he's a this. When he wants to, he's a that. He's not always a journalist, so he shouldn't have journalist protection. And the judge says, well, I don't want to make a decision on that because the higher courts haven't even. Remember, this is how it works in federal court. Magistrates, like when Diddy gets arrested, the first thing he sees is a magistrate. The guy who's going to be for the whole case is a district. So you got magistrate, district, then you have a circuit court judge, and then you have Supreme Court. So the guy we're talking to is he don't want to make no. He basically explained it. He was so smart. I love him, by the way. He says, "Listen here, Rock Nation. You want me to make a blanket decision that streamers could never be considered journalists? I'm not gonna do that.
God, this is disgusting.
Wow, you guys look just like twins. Anybody ever tell you that?
It's not fair. I'm not a housewife. I work too. I can see
that they definitely will it will apply to them the journalist protection that would be the shield law. So if you want me to say because Academics calls himself a streamer, he's not a journalist, I'm not making that ruling. What I will do, and I'll put it on the record, is that I'll make a ruling for this time and this time only based on the conduct during this one time. Because you gotta remember, there's a lot of things in precedent in court. So if they say, like if the judges said, oh, Academics, well, because that's what Rock Nation was saying. Yo, he never went to journalism school, he never went to this, he never did that, he don't have that, so he's not a journalist. The judge says, yo, we're in the space of new media. Are they going TikTok to be a journalist? I'm not going to make the determination as you want me to say that he's a streamer could never be a journalist. So listen, we're going to analyze this on a one-to-one basis based on what it is.
Now I'm going to school for that shit. People that's going to be a journalist.
They give their reasons why they're like, Academics is not acting like a journalist. He was acting like
dumb shit sometimes
with an opinion, and it wasn't about just disseminating facts. He had a PO. That's what Rock Nation was. The judge calls
doctor,
me.
you have to go to school. But a journalist, for you a good talker, and you can break down shit. I ain't afraid to go places.
My goal is to show up
first.
Not show up. I showed up here not to protect the idea that streamers could be journalists. I showed up here because I waived that because I answered their question eventually. So in 7 hours, when they first asked me, yo, are you going to tell us who gave you the info? I said, I wouldn't tell y'all because I protect my sources. They're like, oh, they were throwing a fit, like, oh, we're going to get the judge in here and try to force you to say it. And then I say, you know what, you don't even got to get the judge.
Keep talking about all of this right here.
I'm going to keep it being with you. I don't remember who told me. So my thing to the judge was, hey, judge, I'm not even using that protection as a journalist. In reality, the shit I tweeted out, I'm telling you, I be off that hand rock. Right now, I'm off that Don Julio. I don't remember who told me. And the judge looked at Rock Nation's lawyers and said, hey, I can't read people's bonds. I got no reason to not believe Mr. Allen. Mr. Allen is basically saying, okay, he did raise the question, or he did raise the point of maybe what the shield law is on the record during the deposition, but by the end of the deposition, he said twice, hey, fuck the shield law, I don't recall. I can't read his mind. He said he don't remember it. The nigga don't remember it. I don't remember it. I'm on some Why So Woody shit. I don't remember. I don't recall. So, the judge, which, every fair judge is always he's going to be in the middle with most things. He said, hey, and this was his rule. He said, hey, Academics, I'm going to be honest with you. You have not tried to protect your right of being a journalist today. You're not asserting your right to be protected by the shield law. In fact, you have said that you did answer the question. You just said you didn't recall. And then he basically asked this question. He said, "Hey, I don't want if I give another deposition, which I wouldn't do," and he literally said to them, he said, "Rock Nation, I'm not doing it for 3 hours. I might do it for 30 minutes. But if I give y'all 30 more minutes with him to delve into this question, just because at first he raised the question or raised the idea of the shield law, and today in court he's not sitting on it, or pause, he's not standing on it. He's basically saying that he felt like he answered it. He said to me, even though we're off the record, he said he's going to say he doesn't recall. I can't force him to say anything else. I can't read his mind. He seems credible. He's going to tell you he doesn't recall. Are you guys okay with me giving a limited scope deposition, an addition? However, I don't want no questions about Drake and Nicki. And that was the agreement. So today we went in. They couldn't ask about Drake and Nicki. All they kept asking me was, "Do you remember who gave you that info?" I sat there and I'm like, rack my brain, I remember. So today, they got 45 minutes. They finished that shit in like 40. Like, it was like 40 or like 35. They couldn't ask about Nicki and Drake. Today was the indictment for me to let me know all they wanted to ask about was Nicki and Drake. Nigga, they took every single moment of the 7 hours that they were unopposed. There was no judge kind of doing it. By the way, today I went into federal district court. So I went in there. We had the court reporter and the judges in the back. They knew, the judge already told them you can't ask nothing about that shit. And because they couldn't ask nothing about that shit, they wrapped it up early. Think about it. Y'all wrapped it up early because y'all can't ask about Nicki and Drake. But when y'all could, y'all took 7 hours. By the way, and for all the people who be saying, go read the transcript. They pulled up a tweet that said, "Yo, there's one point you tweeted that you might have got the info from Rock Nation." And I said, it's been a couple of years. I don't recall drinking my alcohol. But I said, if you're trying to jog my memory with my own tweet, I tweeted that Rock Nation gave me that. I'm not saying they did, but they could have been. It was something. Yo, I ain't gonna lie to you, Jay-Z, bro. Yo, Jay-Z, if you had gave me that $250,000 that you spent on this deposition, bro, I'll leave it. Yo, Jay, just send me $250,000, dude. I'll just leave it. Don't pay the lawyers. Don't pay the lawyers. Now, let me tell you this, and this is the last thing I'm gonna say, and then I'll move on. And I want everybody who this is the real shit that we need to hear. From every legal scholar, and I'm talking to some of the best lawyers on earth, this is what they've told me. They spent $200,000 on a deposition for academics. The idea is not to get millions of dollars from Milagro or Milagro Cooper. Don't know what her bank account looks like? I don't know if she has it. Why would you spend $200,000 on a deposition for academics? Which means you may have spent. No, they tried to, or they didn't want it, and then they tried to get a Tory. You probably spent $50,000, maybe $100,000 for Tory. You spend this amount for that. This is at least a couple $1 million case. Why would you spend $2-3 million when you know the person you're suing probably doesn't have $2-3 million? Now, some people will say, well, no, they're doing it to send a message. Okay. I think people felt like Cardi B did that with most of the same messages. Here's the thing where most lawyers are talking. They don't want nothing out of Milagro, bro. In reality, and just based off the question, because I've had real attorneys, really good attorneys, review all this shit. They say, yo, academics, let me tell you this. Rock Nation is trying to come after Nicki Minaj, Drake, trying to come after maybe gambling companies like State. But here's the thing. If they sue them directly, they're not gonna go nowhere. They got millions, they got millions. It's gonna be a stalemate. The easiest way to build that lawsuit up at first is to use a ship. You sue Milagro Cooper, who doesn't have the, like, respectfully to the Milagro lawyer, she's out of the league. Respectfully, I'm not disrespecting. You sue Milagro Cooper, and you get every deposition or subpoena for a deposition in the world. Oh, you want a subpoena for academics? Sure. Even though I'm only mentioned once. You want a subpoena for Drake? Sure. Now, granted, you got to serve it. You're not going to catch Drake, but they caught me, right? You want a subpoena for Nicki Minaj? Sure. Here's the point about all of that. You know who hasn't? Because Milagro has tried to get a deposition, because both sides are allowed depositions with quote-unquote witnesses. Rock Nation or Meg Thee Stallion got a deposition with me for 8 hours. Want a deposition with Drake, they're trying to serve him. They had mentioned Joe, they had mentioned all these people they wanted to serve. Milagro Cooper's lawyer wanted to have a deposition with Desiree Perez, who's the CEO of Rock Nation. Nobody can find him. So, what most highly educated lawyers are telling me is that this case with Milagro Cooper, it's a wash. They know her lawyer. They know she broke. Like, respect. I'm not trying this. She don't got it. They could wash her in court anytime. What they're using this as is, let's see if we can get Nikki in a deposition. Let's see if we can get these bigger fishes in a deposition or info about them. Because the real goal is to sue or to go after a Drake, a Nicki, and people of the circle. That's what I'm telling you. I'm speaking to the best lawyers. They're like, yo, I'm gonna keep on dealing with you, and you might think you're good, but like, you're broke compared to like what they do. They want Drake, they want Nicki. Here's the thing. It's a strategy within the legal field. You file a lawsuit versus the brokest person who won't oppose anything, and you get a bunch of free subpoenas to go subpoena your ops in court. And when you catch them in court, because that's what deposition is, you subpoena them to answer questions, you then build a lawsuit in the legal. So they really want Nicki Minaj. They really want Drake. I don't know what Desiree Perez, Meg Thee Stallion, or Jay-Z got against him. But those
We have the Swing Lab behind us. Google AI analyzes a player's swing and then gives personalized tips to up their game. Tell me what Google AI is doing to help enhance my golf swing.
We're hitting one shot through the Google Pixel phone, right?
They was just asking the same question over and over, and I was like, but it's only because the judge put a stop to it. The judge seen to it. Why y'all keep asking about Drake? Y'all not suing Drake. Why y'all keep asking about Nicki? Y'all not suing Nicki. Well, you heard what I said? They're trying to use this
right, Daisy.
to get info, to get at Nicki and get at Drake.
Yeah.
Rock Nation, man. I ain't gonna lie. Rock Nation, Meg Thee Stallion.
I can mic low. Audio, see? And the mic, see? Everybody alright here. Up on your mic. Jay-Z, sabotage your ass.
Peanuts. I have all the pieces to make a good. Oh, God, big. Why are you not clicking?
Yeah. You have a bad sound or something wrong. Now you're that's right. That's right. You're drunk already. Get it.
Has anybody done like updates on this?
Yeah, I ain't actually.
I realized about a bunch of these
good.
and this is why I gotta
fast.
I gotta give y'all the updates because they're very pro Rock Nation. You know, they'll act like, you know, Rock Nation is catching all W's. They're spending hundreds of thousands of dollars for media things. I'm telling you.
Static, exactly. Static.
In my opinion,
yeah, it's static.
Your grand. What? Oh, the static?
Yeah, your Grand Carlin. Yeah.
It's definitely not real.
Yeah, you good now. Just a thing they want to plug in. I want to wear them out.
Am I good now, Jack?
They're good now.
Alright, this house of it. Shit. Come on.
What the fuck?
Let's rework. Let's change it to.
Why the fuck is there static? Is this? Okay, are we good now? We should be good now, right?
Yeah. Good now.
Are we good? Okay, sorry. Anyway. Wow. This is about the section of 1,000. Yo, they want it, Meg Thee Stallion and her team so disgusted and desperate. Rock Nation wanted me to pay for not answering the question. They're like, he's wasting the court's time. The court didn't even like address that. Wait, y'all have a case. He's not in the case. He gave y'all 7 hours of deposition. You really think you have a case to say that he should pay y'all? So they wanted me to pay for the deposition. Yo, chat, y'all wanna pull it up? I'll pull it up. We'll pull it. Now we gotta pull it. We should pull it. Fuck all that talking, because all the sites that all the people that be pulling up this stupid ass case, I watch a couple of them. All they all hate me, so they be just talking crazy about it. They be like, yo, da 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 da. Hold on, let me see.
Let's see.
Okay, got it. And then we're gonna get some other topics. Just give me a second, people.
What am I missing here?
What is that? Is it this? I'm just about to text it, right? Give me 1 second.
Let's see.
Alright, thank you. Yo, chat, I gotta show y'all this goofy shit because y'all won't believe it, bro. Like, y'all won't even believe it. Y'all won't be like, alright, you're lying. I just want to show y'all this. And some people gonna think I'm complaining. No, I'm not. I'm talking about this to make content off of it. Nigga, they took 8 hours of my time. They're getting paid $200,000. I just want to make 100 bands off of it. I'm good. So I'm milking this shit. Fuck y'all niggas. If Jay-Z's paying $200,000 to get me to pose, yo, I got this shit like a Vlad TV interview. I'm finna drop it. I'm telling y'all, I'm dropping it like a Vlad TV interview. Cause I gotta get my 100 bands too. Well, not 200 bands.
We gained so many.
And chat, for anybody who might ask, I would go down any civil case that I'm involved with like this, except if I'm a party to it. Like I let the lawyers do their thing, the actual lawyers. But this one, I am not a party to. That's why I'm over here. I'm talking about like I don't give 2 fucks. Dumb. You know what I'm saying? Let me send this to you. And we're gonna read through for a little bit, and then I gotta give y'all like 6 hours anyway today. So chat, just chill out, like just cool out. We gonna get to some real shit. We gotta get to the Julio case. Oh. Put my whole bitch right. Fuck is this thing is on the wall? I just want to show you the full document. Y'all know I ain't no cap my rap, but we gotta get straight to it, chat. We gotta get straight to it.
I leave right here, so I will. I am a fuck with the computer. Not anything. You want to have genius, you can't get every shit I know that
Where I've told any human, oh, they start saying Megan got shot because Kelsey shot. No, hell no. This is what I said, and I'll show you what I said. Because here go right here. That Megan was whooping the shit out of Kelsey, and that she ran to the car, went to her bag, and got that, then grabbed her fucking wrist, and on them last 2, they changed the direction of them shots. So I don't give a damn about what this man said on any stand. I don't get any. If I tell you something, I got a receipt for it. Okay?
Alright, fuck all that shit.
That's simple shit.
And chat, I ain't gonna lie to you. Only reason why I record that bitch today, because I respect that judge. I fuck with that judge. I ain't recording, bro. I ain't recording. Let me show you the bullshit that he was talking about, though. This is the court shit right here. I just want y'all to read the bullshit. Yo, this is how I know, listen. Yo, Jay-Z, bro, just pay me as a lawyer, bro. Pay me as a lawyer, man. Pay me as a lawyer. Okay. So, this is the shit they file, right? Notice to compel. So, I live in Jersey. So, like, that case is in Florida. Like, they got to come over here for it. Feel me? Because, like, you got to come to the district I live in, right? So, it's a blah, blah, blah. Listen to all the bitching they doing. We wanted a subpoena to a third party. I want to mention that I'm a third party, bro. I don't know what these niggas talking about. For this, the third, okay, cool. So that's the first thing, and then they said, okay, so this is the original certification of what we're doing a notice of motion to compel. I'm actually going to take this off for a second. We'll open the second document. I don't know why they have it as one. Okay, that was them serving it to, what is this? Memorandum of law. Okay, this was everything. Yeah, close that. So I go through my own cases on it. This ain't my case, but I don't give a fuck. Feel me? I told you, we gonna make content out of everything. Word two. So now they said, this is their, chat, I ain't filed nothing. Fuck what they gotta say, man. I ain't filed nothing. I'm like, nigga, this ain't my case. Y'all niggas is, these motherfuckers is schizophrenic. Like, them niggas over Rock Nation, they cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. That's a fact. So listen to the bullshit they got. They tight. They're tight. I just want to show you how tight they are, right? These niggas is posting all type of shit. His academics, they're tight. This motion arises from Livingston Allen's deliberate obstruction of discovery. How I got deliberate this? Stop playing. In a defamation harassment lawsuit pending in the Southern District of Florida against Milagro Cooper. Man, stop playing, man. Stop the cap, Crody. But okay. And they said professional blah blah in coordination with Miss P convicted assailant. Why they saying it like me and him in a gang? Why they act like they trying to get a Torres Rico? Tori, you know I snitch on you, like, but Tori ain't give me none of the snitch on him. That's a fact. Alright, this says he was subpoenaed to testify about his role in amplifying Miss Cooper defamatory statements. Huh? It said at the deposition, Allen flatly refused to answer the most critical question. Who provided with DNA evidence that him and Cooper simultaneously announced on social media at a time when it was under protective order to only the prosecutors? Yo, chat, I'm still thinking about that shit. I'm gonna figure. I might get the answer after the shot. I told him to quote today. I didn't remember. Let me take a shot. Let me see. Oh shit! Fuck! It came to mind. Oh, I lost it. Yeah, I remember. I remember that shit. I remember that shit. I ain't gonna lie to you. Word two. I remember that shit. Word two. I remember that shit, bro. I remember that shit. I tried my best. He said I flatly refused to answer the question. All right, man. When it was on a protected. Yo, chat. You gotta imagine these lawyers are sitting there like, we're gonna get this motherfucker. Good luck. Yo, JC, this is where your money's going to, nigga. This is where your money going to, gang. Cooper herself confirmed that she and Allen had the same source of information. Respectfully to Milagro, me and Milagro don't talk about, confer, or agree that we got no source to nothing. Big Atkins, yo, chat. All respect to anybody in media, I don't do teammates. I'm the GOAT. Remember that. I'm the GOAT. This ain't no two verse. This is 1v all. I think I'm better than the Breakfast Club. I think I'm better than I think I'm better than everybody in the game. I don't need no teammate, nigga. Like I'm conferring, like me and Milagro on team. Like, nigga, are you crazy? Nigga. Well, I ain't gonna call it Russell Westbrook because like that nigga gonna win shit. Nigga, I'm over here Jordan that shit, nigga. Told me I'm over here conferring with Milagro. You out of your damn mind, boy? So they simultaneously announced it. No, and by the way, we clarified this thing. She tweeted that. She tweeted my same tweet 5 minutes later. Milagro, you copied me. I don't know what it is. I don't know why you decided to copy me, but shit, if I wasn't me, I'd copy me too. Big act be right sometimes, right? Cooper herself said that she and Allen, had the same source. I don't know how she felt that, but was unable to recall where it came from. Oh, Milagro don't remember either? Yo, Milagro, you don't even drink like me. I'm a drinker. And Allen confirmed he received the information through an exclusive. Yeah, all my shit exclusive. That's a fact. But he refused to name the source. At first. Identifying the source is essential. Look. Listen to Rock Nation like cuckoo for Cocoa Puff shit. Identifying the source is essential to proving the coordination between Mrs. Cooper and Peterson and exposing the RICO of Cooper's intent to perpetuate false and demeaning information about Mrs. P. Yo, Rock Nation, y'all gotta stop saying Nikki is schizophrenic. Whoever's in them office coming up with this, y'all need help. Y'all need some help. Y'all think that, put it like this. Let me just think out loud. If Tory Lanez was coming up with a conspiracy, with all due respect to Milagro, you think the first person he's calling is Milagro, bro? He ain't called Whack 100. He ain't called Big Ack. He ain't called Adam from No Jumper. He ain't called Sean Cotton. He ain't called Charlamagne. He ain't called Ebro and the Stooges over there, Hot 97. He said, you know who I need? Milagro. Respectfully, bro. You are tweaking. Y'all need some help. Y'all need help. So here it is. And Allen confirmed he received the information through an exclusive, but refused to name the source. I forgot. Identify the source essential, blah, blah, okay. Rather than answer, Allen insisted that's something he would never reveal. I said that at first, but I snitched. I thought about it. Young Thug telling, Gunna telling, 6ix9ine my boy, he telling, Woody telling, Yak a rat, this nigga a rat, that nigga a rat. I'm like, I could tell too. I done forgot. I was trying to tell, but I forgot. Chat, I forgot. You gonna blame me for forgetting? But under questioning, he admitted he's not a journalist. Yeah, they thought this was the thing. He has publicly disclaimed the title, invokes it only when convenient, and describes himself instead as an online streamer entertainer. I'm a chat nigga. That's what I told him. I don't know why they write it in here. I'm a chat nigga. I don't know what to say to y'all. When the pretense collapsed, Allen abruptly shifted course, claiming he could no longer recall. I don't recall. I don't. I ain't even capping, bro. I don't even recall, bro. Like, bro, it's a long time ago, bro. Like, I'm like, no bullshit. I don't recall, bro. I really don't recall. I don't recall, bro. Yo, they're mad that I can't remember. How they mad at me because I can't remember? Yo, Chad, you off that hen dog? That Don Julio, that 1942? Look, they said he could no longer recall the very source he had moments earlier vowed to never reveal. Now the judge asked me about it. You know, I told him, I said, Judge, I couldn't recall, but it was when I said that I wouldn't reveal it, it's not that I had somebody's name in mind. It was a matter of fact statement because my business is in media. If you ask me who told me that I don't know, let me mention a rapper I don't like. You don't like that.
McMinn.
That some rapper got a wedgie, and I put it out. And he said, "Who told you that nigga got a wedgie?" And it was just like an exclusive. As a matter of fact, in terms of how I'm saying it, I don't reveal sources. That's what I said. But afterwards, I made an exception because I like Rock Nation. Rock Nation is on my people. Man. So I was trying to help them with their investigation into the Nicki Minaj Drake RICO. I get it. Like, yo, I don't even like Nicki. That's the the craziest part about it. Rock Nation didn't even realize I'm trying to help them get the RICO on Nicki. But I couldn't lie. I'm under oath.
Don't say that.
So when they acting like, yo, did Nicki pay you? I'm like, fuck, I wish she did. I even said that. Go look at the deposition. I literally was like, damn, I wish she did. So I was trying to help them build the RICO, but I can't lie. I'm on the you want me to lie? Then Nicki gonna get at me and then I'm getting perjured? I can't do that. Nicki never paid me. I don't talk to Nicki. Last time I talked to Nicki, she told me Big Zoo was coming. I've been waiting for Big Zoo for like 5 years. Gotta keep the beam. So Alanis failed to produce a single responsive document, which, by the way, I handed masterfully in court. Yo, chat. I sent that bitch in 15 minutes before the court started. All we heard in court was Rock Nation's lawyer says, "Hey, Mr. Allen sent in something today, so respectfully, that's withdrawn." And I was like, I said, "Judge,
how does Freshpet make healthy food for dogs? The same way you make healthy food for people."
She never reached out. She was talking about this one question, which I didn't know about.
How to get a floor.
So that got withdrawn.
Fucking thing with this in.
Yo, chat, I'm gonna keep it a beat with you. I'm sleeping with 2 guns under my pillow. The way I just violated Rock Nation, they can't send lawyers anymore. They gotta send an assassin. I'm gonna keep it beat. They can't send lawyers anymore. They gotta send an assassin. I gotta sleep with guns under my pillow. I'm gonna have to cuddle with Pluto. Pluto, come here, nigga. All right. So, by the way, this I did provide. Just to let you know, I did provide. 15 minutes before the court. He included correspondence on how he obtained DNA evidence. By the way, the judge violated them by saying, I had to, because, the judge could have said, hey, academics, you have to turn over all your records. The judge just said, academics, unless you come with a reasonable argument to say that you're using your journalist privilege, you have to answer the question. And I told him, I did answer the question. I don't remember. And the judge told them, well, if he's going to say he don't remember, I'm not a mind reader, I believe it. He don't remember. And I love the judge because the judge know I'm a real nigga. No, I ain't gonna lie. No, I'm gonna keep it up. I'm gonna keep it P. And yeah, I remember. That's what happened. So the judge didn't be like, oh, all right, we need your this records and this records. He was like, yo, the nigga say you don't remember. What more you want? Miss Pete will be denied access to critical evidence of Cooper's defamatory intent in coordination with Peterson. The court should therefore enter an order compelling Allen to produce the documents, which I produced right before the hearing, responsive to the subpoena, and sit for another deposition where he must answer the questions he improperly refused. Now they start talking about some factual background. We don't give a fuck about that. Here what they claim that up. Cooper and Peterson. So they're saying Milagro and Tory, right, are not only the witness to the knowledge of their escape. In a live stream, Milagro claimed that she and Academics had the same sources. Academics considers himself to be a streamer and media personalities who self-reportedly streams about music, urban topics, and hip-hop. Alright, yeah. This is Dick Rod, right? Dick Rod. So good. Dick Rod. And he said, he appeared via Zoom without counsel. You're damn fucking right. Or refused to provide meaningful testimony. The judge rejected this chat. If you sit for 7 hours of a deposition, it's impossible for you not to give any type of meaningful testimony. Maybe you didn't give the answer they want. Allen further tried to shield himself, claiming he was a journalist, Look, this is where they got mad. Look, chat. The next day, Allen released a surreptitiously screen-recorded video on proceeding various social media platforms, including Instagram and Kick, mocking the process.
Yeah,
the judge ain't even looking at it. The judge ain't looking at you fucking clowns over there and Quinn Emanuel. Jay-Z, man, the judge ain't looking at, nigga. So keep paying that $200,000, nigga, the judge ain't looking at. And matter of fact, since the judge, everything's done with that. We did it in the judge's chambers today. We ain't doing it on Zoom, nigga. I went to the judge's chambers. So, trust me, just know this. I got this shit like a Vlad interview from now.
They agree with everything she said. They agree with what the prosecutor alleges, but that's not...
Big Atkins schooling them. Hey, yo, Marie, shorty right here. I seen you on the Zoom today. You didn't want to share your screen. They asked her to share her screen because, yo, Rhonda is Milagros' lawyer. She's not picturing. It's a Rhonda. Rhonda's like, yo, I'm in the car. I gotta be able to see this. Like, y'all was showing them exhibits. I'm the lawyer for the defendant. Could y'all show me it? Share your screen. After I embarrassed them, remember I embarrassed them when they had Desiree Perez shit on there? They said, we're not sharing the screen for obvious reasons no more. We'll email you. Marie! Share the screen. Share the screen, Marie. Share the screen.
Are you ready?
Of course.
Well, I'm ahead up.
Prosecute?
Hold on, I gotta take some. Oh yeah, that was just a clip. Hold on. I want to play that whole. By the way, chat, I did tell him, I said, yo, everything on my shoot is recorded. I told him that. I want me to play the whole motherfucking thing.
One question maybe, just personally hold and keep to yourself, right?
I said...
I can't hear you. Any other for the record, because I think...
Oh, shit. Perfect. Chat. Now you gotta take look. I got one for 3 hours and one for 4 hours. Before, because I was clowning this. Yo, look at Shorty right here. Yo, by the way, Joanna, I fuck with you. I ain't say much to you today because I had a mic on me and I had the camera on me, and I didn't want you to try to get a third hearing, but you was looking good today. Your hair was done. Your hair was done. Like you was looking a little alright. Gotta keep it a beat with you. You came on the Zoom looking a hot mess type shit. Word two. But today, I ain't gonna lie to you. If we weren't in a real setting where Jay-Z was paying you $3,000 an hour, I might have asked you on a date. We're looking good. Not gonna cap. But really, what happened to my little bae over here? Atlanta. I ain't see her today. I had 9 lawyers. Y'all fired her? Anyway, chat, I was schooling for 7 hours. Meg wanted to get out, but she eventually got back in the car. But eventually, the car stopped. 2 women are fighting. It doesn't make sense to me that Tori grabs the gun and shoots at one woman 5 times and misses all 5 shots because of... Yo, Tori got a song! I'm with the shooters! Yo, y'all ain't hear that song with Tori had? That's what I'm trying to tell him. Shooter by Tory Lanez. I can't play the way you want. It's black. He says, All I wanna do is go out trapping with the shooters. We're skating pros. You should see the way we do it. I'm telling you. Nigga, no. There's no way Tory make a song called Shooters and miss 5 shots. That's cat. Look, she tight. She tight with the same. Yo, I'm dropping this shit like a live video. I was just waiting till now. Watch.
These based on the injuries, right? I do believe she got hit with bullets, but I believe the bullets ricocheted off the pavement. And I don't know if he's that. I know he's drunk, but I don't know if he's that bad of a shot. You shoot somebody who couldn't be more than 10 to 20 feet away, you miss 5 times. So what I believe, what most likely would be the issue, who has the most likelihood of wanting to shoot the other woman? Maybe if you put Megan and Kelsey side by side, you'll see that there's a vast difference in size. What I think was happening, Megan was tossing around like a rag doll. And then they were fighting. Again, I'm even open to being wrong on how the gun came into play in terms of who pulled the gun out first because it was in a car. But I wholeheartedly believe that woman pointed the gun at Meg. And what Tory did.
Yo, Atlanta, I told you I'm gonna bring you to SDK. Me and you like, yo, I love a black woman. I love a black woman. She elevated, pristine, old Atlanta.
Tory tried to wrestle the gun away and discharged a few times. Clearly didn't shoot her directly, but it did ricochet off the pavement and obviously some shrapnel hit her. But still, based on that belief of how I believe that went down, to say that, hey, this dude hopped out after we just found out he's been screwing both of us, and he says, dance, bitch, dance, and just shot me. I'm not believing that. Also, here's the thing. What in the history of time? And again, I'm using a lot of common sense.
Yo, I told y'all they paid 250 bands for me to do an 8-hour podcast. Yo, I do this shit in my sleep. This was like a stream.
Sense things to make up my opinion, because things gotta make sense. You're telling me that Tory does that, tries to execute you on some road in Hollywood, and your best friend doesn't talk to you after that day or after that incident, y'all fall out. How is that a thing? How is that never explained? So there's so much things that lead me to think, yeah, you would have to be a really fucked up person. Apologize for my cursing. Listen, you gotta be a really effed up person to watch your friend almost get executed and then sit there and basically don't throw this guy underneath the jail unless maybe there was some culpability that you had. And also, she was granted immunity. Or used immunity at least. So again, I have to think that whatever story that, obviously the jury did agree with and they convicted him of, it ain't just,
I like her eyebrows type shit.
it's as black and white as that. And again, we can play the technicality game all day where it's like, did Tory have the gun in his, because even in my argument, he's grabbing the gun from her, the gun goes off. If he grabs the...
Yo, you ever seen a nigga talk a lawyer into death? Bro, I just talked her back to law school.
The gun, technically, he's still guilty of the crime. So he has to act like he never did nothing. But common sense, and he's never told me he ever did nothing or not. But it all points to, there was a struggle for a gun, gunshots go off, the woman...
Oh, what the hell?
Y'all think y'all could cover it up, gets hurt.
Jay-Z, that's what you paid for, nigga. This is Ether Part 3.
Y'all think y'all could cover it up. Tory's trolling online. She feels offended, and she flips the script on him. This other chick who thought it was going to go away, she and Meg, their relationship fall out. She gets immunity later. I thought she was trying to protect Tory and protect herself. I don't know what's going on. But one thing I don't believe is the narrative of what Meg, the victim, has been trying to do. Is say, oh no, this guy just flat out tried to execute me. I don't believe that for 1 second. And I would probably believe it a little bit more if she was way more forthcoming and saying, hey, listen, me and this guy, we had this relationship, this is how these things happen. Her story didn't make sense then. For me, some of her statements were still a bit inconsistent or jumping all over the place.
Yo, chat, I was wearing these lawyers out, bro. I was wearing them out, bro.
But she never addressed the fight on the stand.
You ever see a lawyer just go like this? Oh, fuck, my bad. Oh, shit. Yeah, those
I don't know his dad. I don't know his lawyer or
look.
this United people he's going through.
Chat, I'm gonna drop this like a blind.
Are you communicating with? To was Mr. Langs, right?
Yeah.
Which of his people
Yo, chat, I was fat as fuck back then, huh?
were you communicating with?
I literally mean people in the sense of mostly music, because I can see his music releases are matching what he's going through. And obviously, I can see the obvious stuff that's happening in court, but that's the only people I know from. I don't know his dad, I don't know his lawyer, or whatever this United People lawyer is. I see the people who are putting together his music, and I can see how they're making an appeal, at least to the public, for some attention on his case. So I see it.
So that's what you were referring to when you said that you could see that they were fighting for him, is his people putting out music on his behalf? That's what you're telling me about today?
Yes.
Okay. So you weren't talking
Yes, Rock Nation.
about his legal team.
Me and Mom, I've never talked to his legal team. Like, what the hell we gotta talk about?
Okay, do you recognize the name Sean Hawley?
Yes.
Who's Sean Hawley?
From the narrative online, she's a chick who backdoored Tory for Jay-Z. I know her as a trial attorney that used to be in the O.J. Simpson. I believe she was on the team. But she was Tory's first defense lawyer, a defense lawyer that dropped out right before trial. And yeah, you know, I've seen Tory said that through his filings, he thinks that she was inadequate in terms of her counsel to him as a defendant. So.
I didn't hear that clearly. Did you ever meet with Miss Hawley?
No.
Did you ever speak with Miss Hawley?
Not from my recollection, and no. I think she mentioned my name one time in court. I was very upset she got my name wrong, so she clearly did not know me.
Okay. Do you know who Matthew Mahoma is?
Who?
Matthew Mahoma, does that name ring any bell?
Chat, there was a shoot from the head. Rock Nation don't know what's going on. They don't know their feet from their head. They just clueless. That's why I'm trying to take this black girl out. Me and her gotta go on a date. Yo, chat, I don't know what they talking about. Matthew, what?
Spring?
Not really know.
Okay. What about Jose Baez?
I've heard of that name as well.
That was one of Tory's lawyers. I never told you.
Maybe I'm mixing up Jose Baez with the Nadesh. I don't know. Either or.
But you know that he was involved in
I don't talk to Tory fucking lawyers.
Yeah.
Did you ever have occasion to meet Mr. Baez?
Wait, I didn't get the full question. Let me finish the question. But you know that he was involved in and he interviewed, yeah, so we don't have a full question.
Corey, let me ask it again so we do. You know that Mr. Baez was involved in Mr. Lanz's legal team, right?
Yeah, I remember hearing that, yeah.
Okay. Did you ever have occasion to meet Mr. Baez?
I've never met any of these guys in person.
Did you speak to Mr. Baez?
Yo, chat, I think, this is, I have nothing to substantiate this, but based on the questions I was asked, and, Barbs, I'm gonna keep it a bean with you. I think Meg Thee Stallion might be slightly schizophrenic. I swear. They were asking me about people I never met, people I didn't know. They were coming up with what I thought was theories that was just like blasphemous. I'm like, whoa, how'd you get to that point? So I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Again, I don't got no clinical advice, but could somebody send like a psychiatrist or somebody to check on Meg? Meg might be a little bit schizophrenic. That's a fact.
The Nadesh dude, definitely not. This guy, again, if speaking with means maybe I've exchanged an email, I don't know. I can't tell you yes or no, but nothing substantial. I've never been on the phone with these people. I'll tell you that.
I know that you said that you never met with any of these guys in person. Does that mean that you've met them in another way, perhaps virtually?
No, I've never been on Zoom call with any of these people. I've never been on Zoom call with any of Tory's representation, any lawyer that has anything to do with Tory. I've never talked to an investigator that has to do with Tory. The reason I'm saying met because I've noticed you have a habit of asking the same thing 3 million times, so I don't know if it's a trick question. So maybe they've emailed me something like, hey, do you want the Tory Lanez doc we just filed? Maybe we've responded or I've responded and said, yes, send it over. That's not meeting somebody to me, right? So meeting someone would be having like either a casual conversation, whether formal or informal.
Schooling them, man. Let me tell you this, I ain't gonna lie. Yo, Jay-Z, man, I know, I know maybe y'all might be, there's rumors of illiteracy over there. But these little motherfuckers y'all got over at Quinn Manning who you paying $3,000 for. Nah, bro.
About a particular subject, not necessarily, hey, we have a document just filed in court that TMZ posted about, do you want the document? Oh, we're probably going to instantly respond, send it over. Now, is that to, whether it's Caesar McDowell or whatever his name is, maybe there's a message that says that. Is that to Jose Baez? I know he definitely, because I'm very critical of that George guy. The Baez dude, maybe. And actually, if you see, I forgot the list of his attorneys. Whoever got on after Sean Hawley, like
I know somebody like actually talking too much. These motherfuckers are delusional. I gotta actually tell the truth. Like, yo, you know when like you actually did some shit, you trying to say nothing? Nigga, I'll tell them the truth because Rock Nation, either lawyers or representatives are schizophrenic.
I think he did a bust-up job. So I don't know if that's George, but I definitely don't remember talking to him. The Baez dude has probably reached out, never to speak. It was always like, and again, I guess you're going to continue to ask the same questions, but I've never had more conversation with these men other than, hey, I filed something in court. And by the way, this is not even a conversation. This would be an email. I filed something in court. Here's the details. Here's the document. They all know I review court documents on my stream. They would have sent it to my email most likely. Maybe calling me wouldn't work because I said I haven't had conversations with them on the phone or on Zoom.
Or employed by any of Tory's lawyers?
I wouldn't.
Have you ever communicated with anybody who works in the media that is associated with or employed by any of Tory's lawyers?
I wouldn't know who they associate with or employ.
Okay. Have you ever communicated with any public relations firms or crisis communications firms about Tory or Miss Pete?
Not to my knowledge.
We talked earlier about whether or not Mr. McDowell ever paid you any money and whether he offered you any money. Do you remember me asking you about that?
Yeah, I do.
Have you ever asked Mr. McDowell to pay you money for any reason?
That would be impossible if I could have a conversation with him.
Okay. Has anyone from Tory's team ever offered you any money for any reason?
The only time me and Tory's team have ever discussed anything is the promotion of music, which usually was always facilitated by, he had a label called Create at that point. So it'd be like, hey, listen, we're doing a campaign. Yo, I need, we're trying to go big this week. I'm dropping a music video, da-da-da. Hey, Create is going to take over. That's how, and I'm glad you asked those foundational questions earlier because that's how I work with pretty much even any artist. It'd be like, hey, listen, I'll deal with your label.
Yo, shout the most open nigga possible. Y'all can't explain it.
Your label is going to be the people who are going to send over.
Oh shit! Also, you know that artist, Big Guido. They told me to say I don't know if they even want it. They did ask me.
Music. Hey, here is this music. Da da da. Could we get it posted that everybody's posting at the same time? Cool. But in terms of information, and I don't know if that's what you were asking, maybe in an indirect way. No, absolutely. Never talked to Caesar McDowell. Tour's team wouldn't offer, or they wouldn't even dare to be like, hey, listen, here's this for your opinion. And no, Caesar's not paid me to post anything.
When did you have these communications with Tori's team about
Before, because Meg wanted to get out. For me to understand, and again, especially one that's lying about something of that before, because legally about my opinion, but I'll give you a little bit of that.
No, Mr. Allen, I'm not trying to argue about your opinion. I'm trying to ask you what the basis for your opinion is. Telling me I have an opinion and I just made it up and therefore it's my opinion and I can have it is not.
The way that things were supposed to go today. My sources tell.
Okay, well, it doesn't. It actually depends on what you do for a living and how you report on information that you report on. Do you understand that? I can't remember the rapper, right?
DDG's a great rapper, yes.
Yo, they was trying to give me the violin everybody, wasn't it?
No, but I do know.
Look,
Nation?
yo, DDG, they had your ass in here too, nigga.
There's a Rod Wave.
There we go.
Nation?
Yep.
Okay. So did you write this tweet?
Nope.
Okay. Do you believe anything that's written in this tweet?
So the tweet says DDG was helping Tory Lanez record music for prison, blah, blah, blah. Where you this Rock Nation. Chat, this is what I'm trying to say. If you don't think this is Meg Thee Stallion's lawyers, but they're asking about Rock Nation. Why are you asking about DDG, Tory, and Rock Nation? Nothing says Meg. Let me just play this in full that nobody think I'm like tripping. Here we go. Here we go.
Exhibit 136, but I'm not sure. Let's see.
Every time they put an exhibit, nigga, I'm taking my notes, man, because y'all ain't gonna be up on me. Look, I'm having a good time.
This is exhibit 137. Okay, great. All right, Mr. Allen, what you have in front of you is exhibit 137. Can you see it okay?
Yep, I can.
Can you see it's a tweet from the Academics TV X account?
Mm-hmm.
Is that a yes?
Yes.
Okay, and it says DDG was helping Tory Lanez record music from prison, where he would diss Rod Nation, ... Tory was later ST star BBED 14 times, and DDG lost custody of his son and now has a smear campaign against him. Side-eye emoji, do y'all see what is going on? Do you see that?
I do see it.
And just for clarity's sake of the record, ST star BBED is, you understand that to be stabbed?
I would assume so.
And this is an account that I believe you told me this morning you do not personally run, right?
You know?
And this is run by the Grand Wizard Chat account?
Yep.
Okay. So did you write this tweet?
Nope.
Okay. Do you believe anything that's written in this tweet?
It's a little bit confusing to me. I'm not too familiar with the Rod Nation, so I would probably say.
I don't know a Rod Nation. I don't know a Rod Nation. Y'all know a Rod Nation? I don't know a Rod Nation. Whoever wrote this tweet, Rod Nation, I don't know a Rod Nation.
Do you understand that that was probably a typo and the writer meant Rock Nation?
I mean, if you give me that information now, I can see how that probably makes sense, but just read this on face value, kind of makes no sense.
Okay. So you don't understand it to be a suggestion that Rock Nation was involved in any way in the stabbing of...
Why is Meg Thee... You know, their whole thing is, oh, this is Meg Thee Stallion's words. I don't really represent Rock Nation, you don't care. Now they're asking shit about Rock Nation, right?
Tory Lanez while he was incarcerated?
Objection as to form.
That's Milagros going to who Vortex?
I understand that as he was gonna diss something or someone in Rod Nation.
I don't know what Rod Nation is. I really don't know.
Rod Wave. I'm only gonna.
I know about Rod Wave.
I don't know if it was typed. And maybe his stabbing was because of that, and there's a smear campaign. I would believe that based on the tweet.
Yeah, are you aware of any individual or organization referred to as Rod Nation?
You know what Rod Nation is going.
No, but I do know a Rod Wave.
And DDG is another rapper, right?
DDG is a great rapper, yes.
He's a pretty good rapper. Yo, chat, they know I'm on the record. They want me to diss these niggas. They want me to throw them under the bus. Nah, DDG? DDG fire. He fire. What you mean?
Does DDG have any relationship to your knowledge with
DDG that was trying to get you in here. Watch I held you down with some real nigga shit. DDG, watch I held you down, man.
and DDG is another rapper, right?
DDG is a great rapper, yes.
By the way, DDG, remember, your shorty is with Rock Nation. I was gonna let you know that. So I could, bruh, you know, solid as they come. Solid as they come. Feel me?
No, but I do know a Rod Wave.
And DDG is another rapper, right?
DDG is a great rapper, yes.
Does DDG have any relationship to your knowledge with Rock Nation?
Not to my knowledge.
I don't know that. I don't remember that. What we talking about? Yo, chat, I'm gonna keep it a beat with you. Young Thug would never. Gunna would never. Chat, I just want y'all to put respect on my name. Young Thug is giving her his number right now. I'm over here standing tall. Facts. Young Thug is flirting right now. I'm over here like, hold on. Hold on. Hold up. Hold up. Y'all not gonna give me credit?
Down. Oh, you can take the document down? Okay. Mr. Allen, have you ever said that Tory is the one who shot Megan publicly?
Have I said that? To the best of my knowledge, no. But in trying to rationalize, and I've kind of hypothesized what may have happened, I probably have, honestly. But
let's not this exhibit. I'm sorry, Mr. Allen.
They're trying to get a got you like, oh, you said something about, you said Tory. I said, man, I be talking shit.
Sure.
It looks like it's exhibit 138, tab number 22A. Elena, please. And if there's a transcript, we'll mark it as 139.
They're trying to get me. Yo, Tory, you owe me $1 million, nigga. Let's get to it.
Whether or not the person who runs the Grand Wizard
his government
this morning
Here we go.
account. I think this morning you told me that you don't know the individual who runs that account. Is that what you said?
I don't know who Grand Wizard is. We call him the Wizard now.
This morning?
I think you've also taken that out of context. Knowing meaning, have I spoke to him? Yes. Do I know his government name and have I met him? No.
Okay. And do you know whether or not the person who runs the Grand Wizard chat account has ever been associated with an account called Ovo Grand $?
Called what?
Ovo Grand $?
I have no knowledge of that.
Okay. What about OVO Grand?
I think that's a nickname of his. I don't know if that's a real account.
Do you believe it's a nickname of the individual who runs the Grand Wizard chat account?
Yeah.
Why do you believe that that's a nickname for him?
Because everybody who likes drink, people just usually colloquially call OVO whatever your name. I'm pretty sure they call me OVO academics. You know, everyone.
Because OVO is Drake's record label, right?
Yes, it's Drake's record label. I Drake.
Okay. Have you ever, do you know whether or not the individual who runs the Grand Wizard chat account has ever been associated with the handle Certified Lover Brand?
Certified Lover Brand? What? No, so no to both of those last questions, but that's not even been a nickname of it. I don't know where that would be from.
Are you aware of whether or not the individual who runs the Grand Wizard chat handle, whether or not his Instagram account was hacked earlier this year?
I believe it was hacked, yeah.
Do you know any information about what was hacked?
I would guess an Instagram account?
Do you know that his DMs were leaked?
I know things were leaked. I'm not too sure if those things were actually true.
And based on public reporting, did it come into your purview that what was leaked appeared to be DMs between the person who runs that account and Drake?
Yeah, it appeared to be that, yeah.
Did you ever talk to Drake about this information, about the hack?
Yeah.
Did he give you any indication whether or not there was truth to him communicating with the individual who runs the Grand Wizard chat account?
Drake loves Grand, and Grand loves Drake, so Drake has significant influence with...
I'm sorry, you phrased off a little bit there.
Drake loves Grand loves Drake. Drake has significant... And the speculation, man. Drake loves Grand. Yo, chat, I'll be honest. Now I'm in that position, but I'll be honest. Drake talked to Grand more. That's how it should be. Grand, let me tell you, and I talk to Grand more than Drake. We all talk to Grand, but Grand and AI, I know people. Influence on social media, and I think he used his influence to make sure his account was okay, but we never had conversation about any of the content that was supposedly either put out, whether that was true or not.
Did Drake ever tell you one way or another if he paid to help secure...
What the fuck this got to do with Megan Thee Stallion and Malaka?
Grand Wizard's account?
I believe he said he did, but he was trolling. He said he was trolling later. No,
I'm sorry, he said he was...
No. So he said, I'll get a story. Me and him were trying to get back Grand's account. We had a race on who would do it first. Drake won. And then someone told me, hey, Drake paid to get it back. And Drake actually hit me up to say he didn't. So actually he defiantly said he never spent $1 and the account was restored without any payment. So that was it.
But you were also making efforts to help restore the account for the Grand Wizard, the person who runs the Grand Wizard account.
He's a very good guy.
Is it?
Grand's a great guy.
Is that a yes?
Yes.
Okay. Alright, so we can pull up the exhibit, Alina. But please, Gavin.
Or was not involved in a fight. Or it was a couple of times we I followed her on Twitter, I believe.
It will be 126. November 2020.
Legally about my pain, but I'll give you a little bit of that before, because.
And you said, as you said before, that the number 30% or signing 30% to this.
He dropped on the song, so we was clowning about it.
When is the last time that you spoke to Ray?
Oh, yes, I'm asking you.
Ray have a pre-existing relationship with Mr. Lanes when
we used to play. But other than that, she's kind of like been absent from my orbit for like a couple of years till Mike started bullying her, but whatever.
Who was absent from your orbit for a couple of years? Mr. Lanes?
Malaga, like I haven't spoke to her. I know she does her thing. I know she has a particular audience that likes certain type of topics. I think we crossed paths on the Tory Lane trial. She did an amazing job during the trial of keeping us up to speed with what she was seeing from her perspective, and we appreciated that. And at times when we're not allowed to be in court for whatever reason, or we can't provide that, we have cameras in court experience, we rely on people like that. We just did it for other trials, and we always appreciate people that give their perspective on what's happening.
Do you know an individual within Mr. Lanes' circle, for lack of a better phrase, by the name of Ray?
Ray? Yeah.
Okay. Who is Ray?
He's someone's like an assistant / friend of Tory.
Do you communicate with Ray?
Yeah, I don't know.
What's the extent of your relationship with Ray?
So my relationship with Ray actually predates knowing everything about Tory. We used to play Fortnite together, and it took like 5 bands off me for Fortnite before. Wager over video games, and he knew a lot of people in the rap world, so like he became someone who just used to hang out and we wagered and talk shit about music, like in our Discord.
You know Ray's last name?
I wish I did.
How long have you known Ray? It sounds like longer than you've known Mr. Lanes.
Yeah, I'd probably say like, I don't know, like 7 years.
Did Ray have a pre-existing relationship with Mr. Lanes when you started
Yo, I'm on stream.
What, so what agents that you gonna come to my house or I don't pull up on him?
Oh shit.
Yeah, just text him and let me know.
Nigga, I add Abel right now.
Nah, yeah, but you don't wanna catch him off guard, you know what I mean? Just text him.
Nah, he a real nigga though. Yo, you ain't see what I did? I did for Aiden at your boy's concert.
Nah, you got him in?
Bro, they was trying to charge him 100 bands to stream, you know, right? Like, either 100 or 200, nigga, I had to big dog that shit like, yo, bro, stop, yo, chill.
Yeah, that's big AK bombs, yeah.
No, I swear, he was on a jet. Hold on, listen to me. Let me see, hold on. Aiden, my guy.
Yo.
Aiden.
Whatever.
Yeah, not y'all back there anymore. I got 6'9".
Okay, what's going on?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, he's really trying to do shit.
Where are you live? Oh shit, okay. You gotta get a heads up, right?
Yeah, no.
You're good, bro. You're good.
Yo, first of all, before anything, yo, you got a good time at the YB's concert?
No, I did, bro. You sure I love. I do appreciate that, bro. I really do. You are awesome. Thank you for carrying the night.
Yo, for me and you, and I think, like I really want to remind people about what you heard in the room. There's much more things we can talk about, but in reality, you put a lot of groundwork in, and for me, yo, it's not even like I see you texting me a whole bunch of shit and I respect you, I love you, but bro, that's not me saying no business. That's not just me. Yo, I couldn't let nobody even try to play with you, given the fact that none of this shit would be happening. Respect.
No, and I appreciate that, bro. It means a lot to me that, you say all that and do all that, so it's always all love, but again, bro, like I said, like, I got you. And I know you got me too, so
No, of
I don't
course.
mean that, bro.
Of
Yeah.
course. Of course. And we don't do bigger than everything, but I just want to let everybody know, yo, we're on stream. Yo, shout out to Aiden. Yo, again, this is the guy I'm telling you, I remember when it started, and I was so proud. Yo, you know I was streaming. Fuck me streaming.
That's crazy. I know. Thank you, bro.
I want to get you a W soon. Yo, when you told me like I'm on a jet, you spoke up, and I'm super happy, bro. I'm super happy.
I'm always, bro. Not late, bro. You hit me anytime, bro. Yeah, I know. Actually,
I'm trying to get out of we out there.
that's not, I think it's like, man, just make a group text and tell them, so we can set it up.
If Aiden told me you gotta do a couple, you know what a couple is?
Now, who's that?
That's like his guy, like, yo, he's lit, bro.
Oh, yeah, I seen the nigga that been reacting with his mom and shit. He reacts with his mom. He's some white one with curly hair.
Yo, you got no problem with Aiden coming to your crib, right? Aiden coming to your crib and stuff, you know what I mean? Alright, chat. I'm trying to set this up. I want 6'9", 80, and Kelsey to do an epic thing. Go. Go. Hey, did you check out the other shit? No, not that. Yo, Max. Yeah, alright. Yo, chat. Let me tell you this. Just always remember this, chat. And I know some of y'all like, some of y'all might not like. I know my audience loves me, but like, some of y'all might see this clip and be like, man, this nigga ad blah blah. Ask any of your favorite streamers. Man, I do real shit for all the time. But like, if you're my friend, like, I'm not one of them friends where like, yo, I'm only fucking with you when you hot. Never been that. Feel me? Like, nigga, I had 6'9", nigga. I'm moving. I done hooked him up with, even today, almost like his damn manager. Like, everything you about to see next week on is because of me. I'm not getting no payment. I don't care. That's not God. You know what I'm saying? It's like Aiden is my friend. Bro, like, respectfully, let me say this. I go to all young boy shows. I don't want to say too much. I go to all young boy shows. I mean, I stream when I want to sometimes. Sometimes it's not like the perfect situation. I get to stream. Whatever. Not good. Young boys team love you. Young boy loves you. Feel me? Like, bro, this is family. I'm telling you, I really go to young boy shows at this moment. Aiden was finna pull up, and bro, I'm gonna be honest with you, because I rock with Aiden. I rock with Aiden. I rock with all streamers. So like, shit. Shout out to Deshae. I just put Deshae with some shit. I don't look for credit, but I do want to let y'all know, like, rappers mixing with streamers, certain rappers, not everyone. I've been selfless, nigga. You feel me? Like, nigga, nigga, I'm cool with YB. Like, YB's like, yo, you want to do an interview with Drake? I could be like, nah, nigga, let's put our interview out. No, let's do that. That's fine. That's lit, nigga. Like, bro, like, our shit can come later. Like, I'm not a selfish nigga who says, oh, no, what about me? Like, what about me? Never been that. Same with 6ix9ine. It's like, I put 6ix9ine with Vlad. Great interview. I don't have nothing to be nothing part of it. And also, I'm not a nigga who's like, yo, I need money out of this. None of that, right? So, like, I'm throwing out loops and I like doing it because I do feel like this era.
I'm Bryson Machado, captain of Crushers GC. Technology is changing the way people play sport, and I'm always looking for a way to up my game. AI, data learning, machine learning have been incredibly instrumental.
We need a time that we didn't
Metrics, the biomechanics that are looking, that allow me to make decisions on what I need to improve on. And to do that, I'm going to be change. It will also tell you what you need to do to make that change. Getting that feedback, that's better. Perfect. That will help the ball run a little bit further, industry. Once it starts to understand how your body performs best, they'll say, oh, you're out of this boundary, this parameter. So we can start personalizing health, we can start personalizing work performance. I'm actually making interpretations and iterating on my golf swing with the data that's presented to me minutes before my tee time. So that's what I think AI can do a brilliant job of is personalizing your health, your golf swing, your life.
So, Aiden want to go stream with Youngboy. I bet. I like how that shit went in Miami, but I understand it's Miami, and I have to tell him like that, bro. I guess, I don't know who you talk, I do know who you talks about Mayfield. You told him 8, you got 8 people, and, you know, I had my plug, but like, you went to a different plug and type shit, and whatever, and they're looking at like you came to 14, so whatever. So anyway, I said, yo, come in New Orleans. You gonna come in New Orleans. When you come to New Orleans, I'm like, I bet you're 80. Whatever your plug is, bro, just work through me. Because at the end of the day, these rap niggas is not gonna bother me. Like, respectfully, I love Aiden, but like, they constantly come like street. I got you. Alright, I'll let everybody know. Aiden's coming through. I'm talking to Aiden. I said, Aiden, how many people coming through? If you're not coming through, whatever. I can get put up a post. You coming through? Nigga put some shit up. And, so I talked to him, he said, alright, we're finna get on a jet. I said, alright, bet. I got you. Okay. Alright. Your grand, I will. So cool. So, Aiden is coming through. Aiden's on the jet. Aiden's on the jet. I don't want no embarrassment at the game. Bro, these are my family. I don't want nobody to look at young boys team weird because these people treat me really well. And I don't want Aiden to feel like he's an outsider because Aiden's my nigga. So I'm middleman this shit. That's why I never streamed that. I said, man, I'm middleman this shit. Aiden's gonna come in and nigga, I'm bouncing. So I told him that day, I want all of my credentials and Aiden's credentials. Right. Aiden's in the air. Cuffs from everybody. He's on private jet. I don't know what happened, but somebody came back to us and said, Aiden to touch down and stream. Venue know about it, X, Y, and Z. It's $100,000. They tell me it's $100,000 for Aiden. Aiden's already in the air. It's $100,000 for him to stream. And I'm like, why? They're like, oh, nah. So I told him, I said, yo, I stream whenever I want to here, and I stream all the time. They're like, well, Aiden, yes, like this, like they tell me all type of shit, and I'm like I'm gonna keep it a beat with you. I was just really like, yo, bro, like y'all just treat me like a white boy, bro. I ain't like that. That's my nigga. Like, y'all never charged Kai when he came here and he streamed, but don't do that. Don't treat my nigga, Aiden, like. When you got somebody green. Now, if they were saying, yo, we love you, that's valid. But every streamer or any other nigga gotta pay whatever amount of money, I'd be like, alright, that's what it is, so we gonna have to work with it. bro. Again, I love Kyle, but like, yeah, I don't know Kyle's business. Maybe Kyle did pay him to make. I don't know. But nigga, the niggas in the air. Now y'all tell me $100 bro? Yo, you know, and again, it's not an ain't got it, of course. But nigga, that whole trip, I really was on like, this is on my face. It's not happening. It is not happening. And again, you know, I don't want to get into the full details of the shit. All I would tell y'all, Aiden stream, you never pay up. And, you know, anytime you see, if you hear him or customer say something positive about me, it's because, nigga, that's because I made sure that didn't happen. I'm going to keep it being true. What's going like, I don't know if it's like, and I got some theories. I think they might look at it like, oh, Aiden offered money all the time, he offered party, $2 million. Cool, like, no. That's my nigga though. And also, you know, I tell them boys at the tour I'm gonna kill. When I go to Vlad there, I know certain people might not like Vlad, but that's like, y'all love me, and I'm glad I get enough leeway to bring a guest. I'm not bringing a guest everywhere, but just treat my guests good. Don't treat it like, because my guest is a representation of me. You know what I mean? Like, imagine if Aiden landed, he done bounced this shit, if he gotta pay $100,000. Bro, y'all would be crazy. Like, y'all would have thought about the experience differently. So, you know, shit, I ain't gonna lie, like, you know, that's why I ain't stream. I made sure I did what I had to do off of this shit. Lo and behold, I say, you know, Aiden had a good time here for no money. And, the stream, you know, obviously, him being younger, that's some shit I can't get into. For sure, I would have felt crazy when it was. And my motto is just like, not because you're white, if y'all charge high that, and be like, yo, y'all are the biggest streamers, everybody pays bills. Maybe, I feel like it's a fight. Anyway. Cut that. Yo, I'm not even gonna go through the rest of this, man. Like, there was this bitch about a whole bunch of shit. Alan can't show to demonstrate the necessary purpose of it. They're just yapping, bro. He should be compelled to yapping, bro. Oh, I gotta show you where they actually say they wanted me to pay money. They wanted me to pay money. All right. Oh. Checking tax. You know, I'm gonna keep it a bean with you, bro. Like, bro, it's not even an Aiden thing. Yo, let me tell you this. I'm in like a very interesting position. I ain't never one of the biggest streamers. Ty, Aiden, Speed are the biggest streamers. Even Platform Max are the biggest streamers. I know, like, me and Max, we probably, like, you know, obviously, because some shit, but like, me and Max, we ain't got no problem with it. If I try to hook Max up with an opportunity, and niggas is trying to tax him, I'm gonna do the same thing, but like, I'm trying to, I honestly feel like my position in the game is trying to further what we got going on. Bro, I used to cover NBA Youngboy when he was 16 years old, and he was not big in the arts at all. He was doing things. Bro, let me tell you this. Like, when y'all see me at the concerts, I know y'all like, I feel like too old for this. Like, I feel proud, my nigga. You know why? Because that's my legacy. Every artist you see popping right now, that's my legacy. You know what I'm saying? So, me, I love seeing what they got going on. I try to help them, but I also try to help the newer dudes, like, because we're in a new wave. We're in a whole new wave, so. All right. Nikki don't want to say this? Yo, Nikki, this is gonna be the worst thing ever. Fuck this bitch ass, chipmunk ass, hoe ass, fuck nigga. Let me see. What?
Okay. First things first. Dear DJ Academics. DJ Academics, you are asking questions. You are asking logical questions and expecting logical answers. However, there is nothing logical in a game. Okay? There's nothing logical in these games. You understand? You are in a game that you never signed up to play. The people that are doing this are using you as a part of the game as just another distraction to the docket. You see a bunch of staged court cases, staged, depositions. You see, the things that you are doing that you thought they wouldn't think that you would do, they did know that you would do that. That's why they're doing what they're doing. They want you to go on the internet and scream about them.
How does Freshpet make healthy food for dogs? The same way you make healthy food for people. Start here. Plant the seeds, tend the soil, feed the animals. Harvest fresh, ship it fresh, and craft it into recipes with your fat calories and protein packed. Then when people tell you, we can't get dog food in fridges, you build your own. Because your dog deserves fresh, healthy food just like you. Freshpet, healthy food fresh from the fridge.
Game that those people are currently playing. They need the loudest voices to be irritated at the same time to get on social media to drown out the docket. They need to distract you. They need to distract my fans to drown out the docket.
What do I gotta do? Do I gotta hit up Azalea Banks? We gotta get out of this group chat. Now, let me address what Nikki's saying. By the way, I want to make it clear. Obviously, for the Barbs and for anybody else, me and Nikki hasn't had the best relationship. We really haven't had a relationship. I think the last time we talked, it's whatever. I don't think she's dying to try to really. I don't think talk to her. And that's important to say because sometimes you'll get these people who are skeptical that think people are cahoots. And if I was in cahoots with people, Nicki Minaj would be. And so it's like, when you hear me say this, it's really because, when you hear me say anything, it's because I'm like, I wish I could come on here and call her batshit crazy. But then I've seen certain things where I'm like, I'm not going to come on here and that everything she said is true, but I'm like, yeah, I can't say nothing that she's saying is absolutely false, given what I've seen that the people she's talking about have done. That's reality. Now, to her